In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on November 8, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. New Orleans Pelicans versus Orlando Magic. The New Orleans Pelicans, currently sitting at 3-6 and in 5th place in the Southwest Division, will head to the Kia Center on Friday to face the Orlando Magic, who share a similar 3-6 record and are ranked 5th in the Southeast Division. Both teams entered the season with expectations to perform significantly better than they have so far, making this matchup a clash of two teams looking to find their footing. The Pelicans suffered a tough loss to the Cleveland Cavaliers on Wednesday night, falling 131-122, marking their 3rd consecutive defeat and dropping them to the bottom of the Southwest standings. Meanwhile, the Orlando Magic also fell short on Wednesday, losing 118-111 to the Indiana Pacers. After an encouraging start, where they won 3 of their first 4 games, the Magic have now lost 5 straight games. The Pelicans will once again be playing without key players due to injury, as DeJounte Murray, CJ McCollum, and Trey Murphy are still sidelined. Similarly, the Magic are dealing with notable absences, with Paolo Banchero and Wendell Carter Jr. both expected to miss Friday's game. Orlando's offense, characterized by a balanced attack and driven by its younger players, has shown the ability to efficiently score against weaker defenses, thanks in part to improved performances from their guards. Additionally, their defensive approach, which excels in forcing turnovers and limiting opponents in the paint, allows them to keep games under control, especially against teams that struggle with their intensity. With these factors in play, the Pelicans might find it challenging to respond offensively, as they will likely run out of options when it comes to reliable scoring. Both teams are in dire need of a win to redirect their seasons, but injuries to key players on both sides make it a difficult task. New Orleans has struggled significantly, losing 6 of their last 7 games and facing ongoing issues on the defensive end. With McCollum still out and Zion Williamson's status uncertain, the Pelicans are in a state of disarray, making it hard for them to gain any momentum. With Zion's availability up in the air, there is additional uncertainty surrounding the Pelicans' potential to compete effectively in this game. While Orlando may not be at full strength without Paolo Banchero, they still appear to be in a better position than the struggling Pelicans. Given the ongoing struggles in New Orleans and their depleted roster, even with their own injury challenges, the Orlando Magic to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Magic typically play at a moderate pace, focusing more on efficiency than speed, which naturally reduces the number of possessions in each game. Their defensive strategy is centered around forcing turnovers and slowing down opponents, which tends to create a lower scoring environment. Neither the Pelicans nor the Magic have demonstrated strong ball security, and Orlando ranks among the bottom 10 teams in second chance scoring opportunities. Given these factors, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Indiana Pacers versus Charlotte Hornets. Friday night basketball will feature an exciting NBA matchup at Spectrum Center, where the Indiana Pacers will face off against the Charlotte Hornets in their first meeting of the season. This will be the only game these two teams play in Charlotte this year. Last season, they split their 4-game series, each team claiming 2 victories. With both teams eager to improve their records, fans can expect a hard-fought battle to see who will come out on top in this early season showdown. The Pacers are heading into this game with a few injury concerns. Aaron Nesmith will be unavailable, and TJ McConnell's status remains uncertain as he is listed as questionable. Meanwhile, the Hornets are expected to have a fully healthy roster, providing them with an advantage in depth and consistency. Although Indiana might enter as the favorite due to its overall record, the team's struggles on defense are especially problematic when they play away from home. The Hornets, despite their underwhelming start to the season, have shown flashes of offensive potential and should be optimistic about their chances against a Pacers defense that has frequently faltered. Given Charlotte's ability to capitalize on Indiana's defensive lapses, this game could be a close contest. While the Pacers have covered the spread in 4 of their last 5 games, the Charlotte Hornets to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Defensively, both teams have struggled significantly, ranking among the NBA's 7 worst defenses this season. Indiana currently sits at 24th in defensive rating, with Charlotte close behind at 25th. Adding to this dynamic is Indiana's tendency to play at an accelerated pace, which is likely to lead to a high-scoring game that easily surpasses the projected point total. Additionally, both teams rank in the league's lower third for allowing free throw attempts, which should create plenty of scoring opportunities with the clock stopped. Neither team excels at forcing turnovers, securing offensive rebounds, or effectively defending the paint, which will likely open up even more chances for points on both sides. Notably, the Pacers have seen each of their last 6 games go over the total points line, and this matchup is likely to extend that streak to 7. Therefore, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Atlanta Hawks versus Detroit Pistons. The Atlanta Hawks, with a 4-5 record, are set to face off against the Detroit Pistons, who currently stand at 3-6 in an NBA matchup on Friday night at Detroit's Little Caesars Arena. The Hawks recently rebounded from a difficult loss to the Boston Celtics with an impressive home win over the New York Knicks, boosting their morale. However, they have struggled on the road so far, managing only a 1-2 record when away. On the other hand, the Pistons saw their 2-game winning streak come to a heartbreaking end when they lost at the buzzer to the Charlotte Hornets. Their home performance has been less than stellar, with a 1-3 record so far this season. In terms of injuries, the Hawks are still dealing with key absences as Bogdan Bogdanovic and Andrew Hunter remain sidelined. Meanwhile, the Pistons are closely monitoring the status of Jalen Duren and Ausar Thompson, both of whom are crucial to their lineup. Recently, both teams have shown signs of improvement, as each has won 2 of their last 3 games. Offensively, Atlanta holds a clear edge, particularly in road games where they average over 116 points per contest. The Hawks have also been impressive at the free throw line, converting more than 82% of their attempts, and excel at securing second chance points, averaging over 12 offensive rebounds per game away from home. Detroit, despite some strong defensive efforts, has struggled to maintain this intensity at home, where they allow opponents to score more than 117 points per game. This could present significant challenges for the Pistons as they try to contain Atlanta's fast-paced offense. The Pistons' offensive performance, by contrast, has been less potent. At home, they average only 110 points per game, which may not be enough to keep up with Atlanta's higher-scoring offense. Additionally, Detroit has struggled with rebounding and lacks the ability to secure as many second-chance opportunities, an area where the Hawks hold a distinct advantage. Another issue for the Pistons is their tendency to commit turnovers, which could be costly against an Atlanta team that averages more than 10 steals per game. Although the Hawks have had some defensive lapses, they've shown recent improvement and are likely to put enough pressure on Detroit's offense to limit their scoring. Despite being a relatively young team, the Hawks are playing with a strong sense of confidence and are benefiting from balanced contributions across their roster. Atlanta currently has 7 players averaging over 11 points per game, with star guard Trae Young leading the charge and dishing out an impressive 10.9 assists per game, creating quality scoring opportunities for his teammates. Detroit aimed to boost its offense by bringing in veteran players during the offseason, but so far, the results have not met expectations. Defensively, the Pistons have shown promise, but they may find it challenging to keep up with the Hawks' up-tempo playing style. Atlanta is coming off a high-energy home victory, while Detroit will be trying to bounce back after a tough last-second loss. Historically, the Hawks have struggled to cover the spread, being one of the league's worst teams against the spread last season and currently holding a 2-7 record against the spread this year. However, there's a compelling case to be made that the Hawks are simply the stronger team in this matchup. The Pistons have not been particularly intimidating at home and have had difficulty closing out games. Although they aren't flawless, the Atlanta Hawks to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. In terms of the game's scoring outlook, the Hawks have consistently gone over the total points line in 4 of their last 5 games. When playing on the road, they average 117 points per game and maintain a fast pace, currently ranking 5th in the NBA with an average of 106 possessions per game. They're going up against a Detroit team that has struggled defensively at home, allowing an average of 117.5 points per game. The Pistons, on their end, are averaging 110 points per game at home, playing at the 26th slowest pace in the league, with around 100.6 possessions per game. Nonetheless, Atlanta's defensive lapses, particularly on the road where they allow an average of 124 points per game, could lead to a higher scoring game overall. The last 3 matchups between these two teams also went over the projected point total. The Hawks have been lighting up the score scoreboard, thanks in part to their quick pace and ability to get out in transition, where their wing players' size and versatility have created problems for opponents. They recently scored 121 points against one of the NBA's top 10 defensive teams. While Detroit's offense has not been particularly efficient, Atlanta's defensive weaknesses, particularly in guarding the perimeter, could allow the Pistons shooters to find success in this game. Despite ranking 28th in pace, Detroit may be inclined to speed things up in this matchup, potentially leading to more points being scored. Therefore, expecting both teams to generate ample scoring opportunities in what could be a high-paced contest, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.